I just got out of watching I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025. This is a brand new entry into the franchise. Now that the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise has kind of entered the requel kind of trend that's been going on with horror movies for a while now, and it doesn't seem like the requel thing is going to completely go away. I think there's still a couple of franchises or a few franchises that could still utilize this this way of bringing back an old familiar IP, especially with slashers. But maybe it's time to kind of put that to rest, because I have nothing but negative things to say about this movie. Just off rip, I had no anticipation. I wasn't looking forward to this because the last I Know What You Did Last Summer thing that they did was on Prime. That TV series was just terrible. And it's just like, how hard is it for them to kind of do one of these things? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you really can't top the original or even the sequel, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. And just based off of the trailer, I was like, man, they're really not putting no type of effort into this movie, and it really shows. Just based off of the promotion, it's just like, okay, we have this new group of kids. They go through the same fucking thing that Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. and all of them did back in '97, but there's a twist here, and they tried to be clever with this. But the problem with this movie, I'm gonna just go completely off on a tangent because I just don't really give a fuck, and this movie really just really rubbed me the wrong way. It's just a lot of frustration coming out of this movie. So let's talk about our new characters first, right? Let me kind of back things up. You have old girl from Outer Banks that plays Sarah Cameron in this. I was like, oh, dope. And I thought she was going to be the main character. She plays the character of Danica, but our actual main character is Ava. She's Danica's best friend, and Danica and her soon-to-be husband Teddy are getting married, and just this old group kind of reuniting and whatnot, partying, and it just so happens to be July the 4th, you know what I'm saying? And they're driving down the same road that Jennifer Love Hewitt and all them did, and instead of them hitting somebody like the original, it's somebody that kind of runs themselves off the road because they want to play in the streets, which was fucking stupid. And a lot of things are very telegraphed. Just based off of the trailer itself, I was like, man, they're not even hiding who's in this movie, or they're just not even going to try to do something different. So now it's a year later. Danica's with somebody else, and Teddy's kind of gone crazy. They're all kind of sworn not to talk about this, just like the original. It's so brilliant, right? But then, things start to happen. They start to get messages, and people start getting picked off one by one. Now, the glaring issue with this, one of the glaring issues with this movie is it takes way too fucking long to get to some kills. Because I feel like the kill that you saw in the trailer where the guy gets hit with the harpoon, that doesn't happen until probably it feels like almost 15-20 minutes into the movie. I was just like, goddamn. And then before we get another kill, it's like another 10 or 15 minutes. And this movie really feels more like a teen drama more than a teen slasher. And you don't really like any of these characters. They're all kind of annoying. Like, Danica is just like the dumb blonde. All the characters have this generic Gen Z stereotypical thing about them, and it just doesn't really work. The script is really, really messy, and how they handle the legacy characters, I think, will piss people off more than Scream 5. I think Scream 5 was a little bit more tasteful. I know a lot of people don't like that movie. It is what it is, but I think you're really going to hate this movie. If you're a diehard I Know What You Did Last Summer fan, I think this movie's going to really piss you off because they do some twists in this that don't make fucking sense at all, and it just feels very forced. And I'm not the type of person to say, oh man, they're always throwing agendas or whoop-de-whoop, but there's definitely a theme and a pattern, and it revolves around men. And there's a line of dialogue towards the end where it just kind of makes it all come full circle, where it's just like, oh, I get what this movie was trying to do this whole time. This is what it's trying to point out, and it's just absolute trash. And when you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And just certain things just didn't line up. Very predictable, very generic. It's a shame, you know what I'm saying? But it's what I kind of expected, but I got something much, much worse with this movie, in my opinion. Should you go see this? I would say you could probably wait for this for streaming. To be honest, watch it for yourself to kind of get your own, because you might actually like the different things that they do. This movie just feels too much of like a parody. There's too much callbacks that just feel very forced and very heavy-handed. The characters are just very one-dimensional, or just have no dimension at all. Just a lack of creativity, where they could have just done something really interesting with the killer. I will say this, like with the killer, I would have liked it to just be somebody completely random and just likes to fuck with people, you know what I'm saying? I think that would have made my score for this movie to go a little bit higher, but now it's just this movie is just like a fucking waste of time, man. Like, honestly, when I even look at like Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she looks beautiful, by the way, her character is completely pointless in this movie, bro. It's like almost like you don't need these legacy characters in this. They could have just done this movie without them, but it's just like they gotta, get people into seats and whatnot. But I don't know how many more that they can do of these. Maybe they are going to probably try to do a sequel if this does make enough money. I don't know the budget or any of that stuff. I don't really care. But man, it's time to just pack up this franchise. Just dead it. We don't need no more of these movies 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It's done. We've done everything. And this movie kind of just seals the deal. It's just like, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that. Overall, man, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. There's other horror movies that are going to be dropping this year and in the coming weeks, and I can't wait. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you feel the same way that I do, or did you actually enjoy this movie? Let me know. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.